as the lead. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Fast Family Truck Series. We are back in the 2020 Summer Series. And this week, we are at the Charlotte Roval. So this is the first road course of the season for these Truck Series drivers. And what a tough one it is. You know, and in all of the road courses that we go to, I personally believe that the Charlotte Roval is probably the most technical and difficult track, just because it combines so many elements of road course racing, and not just road course racing, but it is a Roval. So that means that they are actually going to be racing on part of the Charlotte Oval track as they come off the infield. And just, I think the difficult turns that this track has, especially I think the people get the most trouble with the first turn being that hard left-hander and the two chicanes. So here we are. We've got the drivers coming out of the restart zone. Puzzled Nose, your pole sitter, and OK Sideways in 07 as they drop into that first turn. Green flag in the air. The 64 and the 07 side by side. Coming into the second turn, that right-hander Sideways with the advantage coming into that one. And he will gain the lead from our pole sitter. So Puzzle Nose will sit there in second. I'm sure he will look to getting that back as OK Sideways goes off the track a little bit. So the 64 is going to take advantage of that. And they will go side by side coming into the section where they get back up onto the track. There they are. It looks like, let's see who's in third. WT Racing is back with us in the 01. He has moved into full-time status with us, so he wasn't sure if he could go full-time with us. He was going to go part-time, but he is now full-time with us as he's in the third spot. There's a great view of these drivers dropping into that first chicane. It's probably one of the tougher corners on the racetrack as they get back on that oval surface. We got Haskell the Rascal has settled in the third, and OK Sideways, the guy that really everybody came in this weekend saying this guy is probably the favorite to win as he was throwing down some 119s in practice, has now settled out into that fourth spot as the 83 of Haskell has caught up to our second and first place driver there. They tightened up there in that first corner. Definitely some cool racing going on here. Let's see if we can drop a back. Oh, Haskell Rascal is around. There we go again with the curse of the commentator in this league. It seems to be a prevailing issue, but yeah, he is around. He is in the back now. It looks like young Apollo in the 96 has had engine trouble on the first lap, so he's out of the race. Here's a look at YK Sideways, that's funny. YK All Day in the 94. He looks like he's trailing the number 9 truck of Libert. So Libert is back for his second race in the truck series. He is one of our cup drivers. And we get the 94 here battling with two trucks. We got the 42 of Fast Seabass. And let's see who else that is. Oh, some contact. Oh, the 94 misses the corner. Little bit of contact into the wall. Wow. So we're going to see plenty of mistakes tonight. And that is definitely one of them. Here's the 54 T-Glass leading this little pack here. It's like we got 42 of Seabass behind him. As we see these drivers cut that little corner. That is legal. That is in bounds tonight. So there's no real out of bounds unless there's a course penalty tonight. So you'll see drivers using all of the racetrack they can. Let's see. Here's the 13 of Ice Spiller making some contact with, I believe that's the 27 of Morrow it is. These guys definitely making some early contact. And then you see right behind them the 70 of Chris. He's our current points leader coming in 2 weeks in a row. He's held that. He is holding on there. We interviewed him just before the race, and he said that he is just hanging in for the points today. Not one of his best tracks. He just wants to keep that gap that he's got, and just hang on. Let's see what else we got. We got A Hunna. So A Hunna is actually making his first start tonight in never mind. We got some contact there. The 70 of Chris and the 13 Ice Spiller go around coming off that chicane. It's one of those tough corners like we mentioned earlier. But back to A Hunna. He's making his debut in Fast Family Trucks and the whole league. He just passed his tryout a couple of days ago, so making that first start in the 45. He doesn't look like he has any damage on his truck, so definitely keeping it clean today. So we will keep an eye on him. See if we can cycle back up front. There's actually, before we get up front, there's the 57 of our cam boss. Let's see. Our leader. It looks like our leader is okay sideways. So even though he had some issues early on, he has cycled himself back to the lead there. It looks like he's got about a second, maybe a second and a half gap on second place, who right now is WOT Racing in that 01 truck. So these two showing some early speed. That 01 truck is pretty clean right now. He hasn't gotten any damage whatsoever. But that 07 definitely does. We saw him have some issues. Going a little bit farther back than that. Actually, that wasn't. A little farther back. Here, I believe, is third place. So T-Glass with a big gap between him and second place. Kind of heading almost that first pack. Oh, we got some contact there. The 13 getting into, I believe, the 42. Just exiting that chicane. So a couple issues already coming out of chicanes. As we kind of predicted. Those are tough corners to navigate. If you take them too hard, you can definitely lose a lot of time and even get a course penalty. But we are on board the 42 of Fast Seabass. Some damage on the front of his truck for sure. So hopefully he can get that repaired after this first stage. Looks like there's a good battle going on up here. We got the, I believe that's the 9 of Libert. Oh, and 94 with a mistake coming out of that chicane, and Libert just takes advantage of it. So Libert definitely showing his cup speed. See how far of a gap he has to the guy in front of him. There, actually, Libert is in third place, so I was a little bit wrong earlier, but T-Glass is definitely in the top 5, but the 9 has gotten his way up to third place. He actually won. Oh, as I say that, there the 9 is around. He got loose coming out of turn 1, so not what he wants early on. But I was just gonna say he won the Xfinity race last year at this track, so he's definitely got speed here. But yeah, it's not just about speed. It's definitely about consistency as well, and that's definitely not what you want to see for him. Oh, and he gets around again. That's twice in one lap. So Libert 58 struggling right now, and looks like he might be under siege with Marsh. But oh, there's another truck hit the wall. Ice Spiller is around. Front end damage on his truck, and we almost caught the beginning of Marshmallow got into. Let's see if we can find him. He was having some trouble. We saw him nose into the inside wall. There he is, kind of in the frame. There he is. So he was in front of this bigger pack, but yeah, he's got significant front end damage. He looked like he took a header into the wall there. So a lot of people having issues, but again, this is a tough track, and it's really about mistakes and minimizing them, or making them the least impactful. You may glance the wall a little bit, get a little loose here and there, but you know, you don't want to take heavy mistakes. As Marshmallow gets around, we believe that was sea bass in the 42, and the pole sitter there in the 64 definitely had some troubles. He's hanging on there, trying to battle back with Marsh. See if, yep, there he goes. Puzzle gets underneath him, and we got a good battle behind them too. It looks like Haskell and Rascal's battling sea bass there. So this is really the main pack right now. Of everybody else is kind of spread out. These guys side by side. Almost 3 trucks under a blanket there. Haskell, Seabass, and Chris. There's our pace truck. Let's see if we can find one of them. There we go. There's the 83 leading that front pack. Will anyone make a mistake coming through? It's like everybody getting clean there. You know, after running a few laps, get all the nerves out, and everybody is getting straight and learning this course. But it's definitely, like I said, one of the toughest road courses there is. So many different corners. Not much elevation change. There's some, but the corner is just technical. Looks like YK, a couple issues up there. A little slow coming out of that corner. Let's see, for the folks of you at home that really haven't taken that many laps around this track, let's see if I can get you a view on our leader, because of anyone in this track right now, he can probably get you a good view of how you navigate this course. So he's dropping into the chicane here, and then gets back in the throttle, coming around the turn 4 of the oval track, and then he will drop down in the second chicane, cuts the corner a little bit, and to the line. Now we just heard caution is out. We had some trucks with some heavy damage, so caution is out. We'll get back to OK Sideways and see if we can show you a whole lap. But we'll see our pace truck for the first time tonight. There he is. That white truck right there is your pace truck. Thank you, Bark Ranger. He does a wonderful job. Has volunteered to commentate and pace truck for us in all of our series, so we are very thankful for him. As these trucks will get cycled out. So we are going to take a short break. We will just kind of follow the pack as they make their yellow flag pit stops, get filed up, and we will be right back with the restart. Alright, folks, we are back. The trucks are lined up, and they will be taking the green flag with 4 to go. This will be the last caution in stage 1. The pace truck is off. OK Sideways, WOT Racing make up your top 2 as they come out of the final turn to the green flag. Here they go, 4 to go in Fast Family Truck Series at Charlotte Roval. 07 taking that inside preferred lane. He is going to charge back to the lead. 01 hanging tough. The pole sitter, the 64 truck, a puzzle nose in that 3rd spot. 42, a Fast Seabass in that 4th spot. Who will get stage points? We will see. Everybody gets through relatively cleanly. Oh, and as I say that, OK Sideways in the grass. WOT back on his bumper as they head into that final turn, getting up onto the oval track. The 01 is giving that 07 a mirrorful, as we've seen a few mistakes early from that 07. He's definitely got the speed to win, but again, it's the speed and the consistency. Oh, he gets in the wall a little bit. Oh, but he saves it. WOT gets a penalty because of that. Wow. So he is big trouble right now for stage 1. Did anyone else have any trouble? Looks like he's pretty much the only one. Nope, there's one more. The 57 of Arkham having some issues. Wow, so he definitely sacrificed himself there to not take out the 07 who had an issue there getting in to that first turn. 94 cutting. Oh, 2 trucks with course penalties. Can't tell who that is, but I think the 54 and the 64 were involved in that. 2 trucks getting penalties in those chicanes. So let's see. That looks like that puts Fast Seabass in the second. Oh, contact between the 70 and the 27. Wow. Oh, and he spins around again and hits a wall. Wow, 54 is around. Wow, a lot of people having trouble in this intersection. Craziness going on back here. As you see, WT is trying to recover from his previous incident on that first lap. We are coming around to 3 to go, I believe. Or this will actually be 2 to go. 2 to go in the stage. The road will be closed here. Let's cycle up to our leader. Actually, let's look at that. Some contact there between Haskell and Marsh. See if people get through the chicane all right. Oh, we got almost 3 wide here coming into the oval section. The 64, the 94, the 13. Ooh. Some contact. Oh, and the 13 gets a penalty, and the 64 gets into him. Wow. There's OK Sideways. He is coming around on this 2 to go lap. We will see if he can win another stage, as he won both stages last week. Did not win the race though. So he's hungry to get a win as he dives down into that first chicane. Nice and clean. He'll have 1 lap to go at the stripe. Looks like Fast Seabass hanging tough there in the 2nd spot. We did not expect him to be up here this far, but he is. And here comes OK Sideways into the final chicane. 1 to go in stage 1. 1 to go. As we had some incidents back here. Here's WOT. 83, 27 going at it as they come across the stripe to 1 to go. Will the 27 make a move? Let's see if there's anybody else. Little battle back here. 94, the 9. Kind of spaced out. There's the 54. Oh, contact. Almost hits the 70. Saves it off the wall, though. Heavy damage on his truck. 64 is there. Oh, ice spiller into the wall. Here's Fast Seabass hanging on to that second spot. Doing a great job. Talk about consistency. He hasn't made many mistakes. Not been the fastest, but see if we can cycle up to our leader. Here he comes out of the first chicane. Around what is turn 3 and 4 on the oval track. If he makes it through this last chicane mistake free, he will be your stage 1 winner. Pretty clean there. Stage 1 winner. Okay, sideways. Let's see if we can catch up a second. And here he comes out of the final chicane. Fast Seabass will be second in stage 1. Followed by, I believe that was the 83 of Haskell. 27 Marshmallow. Some drivers still finishing their lap. And that'll end stage 1 at the Roval. And we just heard over the radio, Arkham in the 57 truck got his first stage point of the season in 10th place. So good job to him. Just in front of the rookie A. Hunna. Alright, let's see if we can cycle back to our stage winner. Let's see if we can get ready for the stage 2 restart. Alright, here we go. A little bit of shake up at the front. It looks like the 42 of Seabass has gotten the lead here on pit stops. 0-7 on the outside. Marshmallow WOT has gotten back up in that 4th spot. They go into turn 1. Pretty clean through there. The 0-7 takes the lead though. Here they are dropping into the infield. Pretty clean. No mistakes so far that we see. Ooh, one truck a little wide there. Looked like that might have been Ace Hunt on the 45. Everybody doing a great job. 0-7 looking pretty fast. Again. Looks like that 42 of Seabass is under fire. Oh, they're almost 3 wide here. WOT down the middle. Marshmallow, Seabass. You can see Haskell back there. Here they come into the braking zone. Looks like everybody's gonna make it here. You see our leader, okay, sideways. Everybody dropping in, doing a great job. Look at that. How clean was that? Our drivers are definitely warming up, taking it easy. 0-1 battling with the 64 there. They come into that second chicane. Will anyone make a mistake? So far, so good. Couple people brushing the wall there. 3 wide. And back to 2. T-Glass up there with Libert and WOT. WOT looks like he got on the wall a little bit there. Gathers it back up. Trying to battle with Libert in that 9 truck. Oh, truck little slow there. 54 might have gotten loose. He's going to lose 2 spots. There we go. 01 looking underneath the 9. Nothing there. Dives in a little deep. Makes contact. Rear bumper. Can't move him up the track though. He's going to maintain that position. Will he try to outbrake him into the first chicane? Let's see. He will not. Just take a conservative line. That 54 truck, though, wants to get a piece of him. Oh, 54 a little low there. Little low. Maybe he got loose there. Can't really tell. 9 truck driving away a little bit. Couple mistakes there. Oh, 64 truck around. Looks like he got a course penalty there coming out of the second chicane. And 54, a little troubles. That brings the 0-1 side by side with him as they come into the infield there. So it looks like 0-1 will take it away from the 54. Gets a little wide. And they're still side by side. And the 70 of Chris creeps into the picture. They are 3 wide, almost 2 wide. 64 comes in here. It's a great battle going on back here. 0-1 hanging tough. Looks like he will break away a little bit from those 3 behind him. See if we can cycle a little farther back, see what's going on. The 94 struggling a little bit. Looks like he's off pace. In the back, no one around him. Here's that battle we were watching earlier. Looks like we got three trucks and then 4 trucks and then those 3 trucks back there. So kind of 3 mini packs going on. 2x2 puzzle and T-glass. 64 taking it a little hot, but he looks like he's gonna make it. Yep. 70 creeping in the picture, your points leader. Here's the 13 ice spiller and that rear pack that we were talking about. And here is Fast Seabass. I believe he might be in the 3rd or 4th position, battling with Marshmallow a little bit above him and Haskell the Rascal behind him. So this will make up that 3 truck front pack. Libert creeping in the picture. So 4. Ooh, Haskell gets in the wall there a little bit. And they come onto the oval section. At this view, you wouldn't even think it's a road course. And then here we go down into the first chicane. So interestingly enough, the Charlotte Roval is actually the newest course that NASCAR runs. It was only in NASCAR action, I believe, 2 years ago. So we've only seen 2 races there. If you remember, that first year it was really rough for those drivers, and the second year was when Chase took a header into the wall and recovered and won the race last year. So definitely a tough track for the real Cup drivers and these truck drivers as well. Truck Series does not run here yet, so it's pretty interesting that NASCAR Heat 4 allows us to race the trucks here, which is really awesome. It actually has the capability of racing any series at any track as long as it's asphalt. So that's really cool. Talking about next week, though, different tracks. We're going to go right from probably the toughest road course on the circuit to completely not even asphalt next week. Next week, we're going to Eldora. Last year, it was actually the All-Star race. This year, at least in the summer series, it is going to be a regular season race. Yours truly will be taking my first Truck Series debut, my first of 3. I am a previous winner there, so I hope to defend my title as the Eldora winner. So should be pretty fun. You definitely want to check that out. That's going to be next Sunday, same time, same place. Oh, and the 42 in the wall. Oh man, that's tough. He was having such a good run. Never mind, that might have been a lag. I don't even know, but he's back on track. And miraculously. NASCAR Heat 4 has some quirks about it, but we love it none the same. You can see the 0-1 creeping into the picture. Let's see if we can check on that middle pack. Looks like more trucks are cycling up to this one. Actually, let's keep it on here for one more second. Let's see if the 0-1 can catch that 42 as he takes it to the inside. Can't get it done there. You're not really going to pass somebody too much here. So his next opportunity is going to get into that chicane. Even though the chicane is really tough, it's definitely a great place to pass as they get side by side. He needs to outbrake him here. Will he outbrake him? They come side by side. Nope, he's going to let the 42 fall in front of him. He's going to take corner a little sharper. Stay on the outside, and he gets around him. There we go, 42, probably letting him go. Smart move this early on in the race. Here's that front battle that I was talking about. Libert in the 9. Haskell, the Rascal in the 83. Oh, Libert into the wall. Spins around. Wow. Big mistake. Oh, he's still around on the front stretch. So big mistake by him. That's going to open up the door. Oh, and he is invisible. So that's cool. Another NASCAR heat trick. Oh, it looks like somebody else, 64 truck in the wall again. He's having issues. Let's go back up to that front pack there. Here's Marshmallow battling with that 83 truck of Rascal. These two going at it, I believe, for the second spot. Okay, let's see if we can see the gap from our leader. There's OK sideways. He's coming on to the oval section, and these guys are coming into the oval section now. So he's got a couple second lead here. Oh, and looks like the 64 truck is around. I believe he's a lap truck. He is around. And everyone gets by him cleanly. As they come down turn 3 and 4 into the back chicane. You could call it the front chicane because it's on the front of the track, but I call it the back chicane because it's the second one. So the 0-1 of WOT Racing, he definitely has a fast truck, but some early mistakes got him in the back, so he's trying to work his way up. Cuts it a little bit there. Don't want to get a course penalty. Gets through there. He's running down that 27 of Marshmallow. Alright, let's see if he can make a move going in the chicane here. These guys pretty even through that section. WOT gets a nice run off that corner though. We saw him actually pull to the side of I believe it was Libert or someone else earlier. So he's got to the bumper there. Will he outbrake him? No. He's going to do the smart thing. Stay behind him. Get a run through there. Good run. Can he get around him? Coming into the oval turn 3. Nope. He's going to sit. He's going to sit on his bumper. We just heard pit road is closed. Our leader is taking 2 to go. 2 to go in stage 2 of the Fast Family Truck Series at Charlotte Roval. Here they are, 2x2 going down in turn 1. These guys definitely wanting stage points. 0-1 with the advantage. He's gonna pass him on the outside. He looking like he needs those points. He's gonna try to chase down that 83 now as he gets past Marshmallow. Cuts to the inside. Nothing there yet. Coming into the next right-hander. They are still bumper to bumper, these three. Having a great battle here. And we just heard over the radio, the leader has taken 1 to go. Still OK sideways is your leader. But we are going to follow this battle for a little bit because it is getting intense. I believe this is for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. As you see, the leaders kind of checked out. But these three have definitely not from each other. You see the 5th place truck of Fast Seabass there in the 5th spot coming into the frame. And we're going to be, these drivers are going to be coming around to 1 to go in stage 2. Alright, let's see if we can jump to your leader. See where he is at. Looks like the 70 of Chris has had an engine failure at the end of stage 2. That's not good for the points leader. But anyway, here is OK Sideways, your leader, coming into what I believe is the first chicane. Lap truck of Arkham in the 57 in front of him. Other than that, clear space in front. Nobody really behind him. Looks like he's lapped A Hunna back there getting through the chicane. So he definitely doesn't want Arkham to get lapped here, so he can get his lap back as he comes into the final chicane. Nice and clean. Gets past Arkham, laps him, and takes the stage. Wow. How about that? He just grabbed it and took stage 2. So can he complete the sweep? This is the second week in a row he has swept the stages, but last week he did not win the race, so we'll see if he can do it. Here's a couple of drivers. Looks like the 01 has gotten past the 83. He's going to take second. 83 in third. Nice run for Haskell. Fourth, Marsh. I believe fifth will be Fast Seabass. Yep. Believe so. Puzzle in sixth. Alright, let's cycle back up to your stage 2 winner. And we'll see where he cycles out on the restart for the final stage, stage 3 of Fast Family Trucks at Charlotte Roval. Alright, here we go with the final stage of Fast Family Trucks at the Roval. 07, 01, 1 and 2, Marshmallow, Haskell, third row. Oh, trouble! 57 real early got spun around there. Oh, and the 45's around. But they are in the back. Everybody is clear. Here's your 07 battle for the lead. WOT back up front. Will the 07 make a mistake? Will the 01 have a perfect run and challenge? We will see. 07 looking pretty clean right now. 01 just a little bit behind. Let's see what this main pack looks like. 13 looking under the 83, nothing there. 3 truck battle there. Looks like Puzzle, Libert, and can't tell who the third one is. I believe it's YK. Nope, that's Marshmallow. And Seabass in there. Everybody getting through that chicane cleanly. Let's cycle back up to the leaders. Oh, battle here. Yep, you can see OK Sideways breaking away from WOT as a 42 goes around. That's a shame. He was doing so good early on. Grabbed him some stage points anyway. Here's the 9 of Libert. Kind of in the middle of this group. You got Marsh and Puzzle going at it. Haskell a little bit behind him. WOT still trying to track down Sideways. Can't tell who that is all the way behind Rascal. These guys really battling it out. 64 trying to get underneath that 27 truck. Oh, and the 9 gets into the 64. So he was trying to get Marsh, and the 9 says, nope, my turn. The 9, not the 9, but the 27's loving that battle behind him because he's trying to get away from these guys, secure that third place spot. WOT losing some ground from our leader OK Sideways. No surprise, as OK Sideways been super fast tonight. 64 definitely not out of it. 9 has tracked the 27 down. 3-truck battle for third. Oh, and Marsh having some trouble. I don't know if it was a course penalty or not, but big trouble. 9 gets around it, though. He is lucky to get past that. I believe the 64 was not so lucky. Got a little bit of damage. No worries. So we saw a clip of that pace truck. Thank you again, Bark Ranger. Doing a great job. He found a little nook to sit in, watch the race. Alright, let's see what we got going on. There's Arkham. Struggling early. Clean truck, though. Got spun around at the beginning of the race, but it's clean still. Here's Marsh. Not much damage on him, really. So that's good. Looks like he had just spun there. Haskell trying to track him down. Looks like we might have T-Glass there. There's our leader. Yeah, I believe that's T-Glass trying to track down Haskell. There he is. In that 54 truck. Our Talladega winner. He's already locked in the playoffs, so he's really not worried much about, this race other than, those valuable playoff points. Pretty much in a win or ride situation. Doing a good job getting through that last chicane. Here's Ice Spiller in 13 behind him, and Fast Seabass, who we saw up in the top 5 for a while there. He is falling back in this third stage. Hopefully he can make up some of that ground. He's definitely got a fast truck. I believe he can do it. There he is in that 42 Toyota. Some damage on his rear, though. One of the things I noticed at road course, you definitely, if you're going to get damage anywhere, get it on the front, because the rear causes you to get extremely loose. So you definitely don't want to get damage on the rear if you can't help it. But hopefully that won't affect him too much. Here's Ace Hanna, the rookie. Not doing too bad. Definitely, got his stripes tonight and just trying to hang on for his first race. There we go. Taking a look at kind of the middle of the field here. Libert in the 9 trying to get tracked down by the 64 while he's trying to catch those 2 up in front of him. The 07 and the 09 or 01, and got a little close to the wall there, but he made it. So that's the thing about the Charlotte Rovals. You're always on edge. Oh, and he wrecks. Oh, and he almost takes the 64 out. But the 64 with another basically 4-leaf clover in his back pocket. He avoids that. 27's loving that. He's almost at the rear bumper of the 9, trying to take that 4 spot away from him as that 64 truck's trying to drive away in that 3rd spot. Libert just having a tough day today. He's definitely fast, but just the mistakes are killing him. Here's a 27 of Marshmallow. See if we can slide back. There's a second place driver. You can see first, second, and third. Big gaps between the 3 of them. As you saw the 0-1 of WOT Racing in front of him. Ooh, 07 really cutting it, getting close to that wall. Hopefully he doesn't hit it, because that would be devastating. Here's, looks like the 42 of Fast Seabass, a little trouble there. He looks like he's running down the 54 truck a little bit. 13 Ice Spiller. Coming into the second chicane. Good job getting through there. A lot of dirt marks over there as drivers are cutting that little piece of grass. But that is legal. They're keeping at least 2 tires on the racing surface, which is a Fast Family rule at any road course. Got to keep at least 2 tires on the racing surface at all time, and the rumble strips that you see are included in that racing surface. So as long as it's not green, you are good to go. If they violate that rule, they got to make a stop and go. But not really a huge thing at the Roval, as there's not too much grass, but except that section right there, but no advantage getting through that. 42 is Fast Seabass coming through the last turn of the infield, getting back up onto the track. So it'll be exciting. The drivers didn't have to pit in those first two stages, but in this third stage they're gonna have to. So we'll hopefully, barring no cautions, we will see some green flag pit stops. Here's Liberate in the 9. A little trouble there, hitting a wall on exit. He's sitting in the third spot. There's Arkham in that 57 Toyota. Still keeping it clean. Looks like he might be catching A Hunter there and YK. All three of those trucks have just struggled on speed today, but they're still battling for every point. Arkham getting his first 2 stage points of the season, so that's good for him. Marshmallow in the 27. Toyota. Pretty much for the moment all by himself here. You can see the 9 in the distance. I believe that's a 9 or the 64. I believe that's a 9. So he would be, nope, that's a 64. So I said 67, 64. So Marshmallow in the 5th spot right now. Let's see. Yeah, there is, no, I was mistaken. That was the 9 of Liberate. So the 64 truck of Puzzle did get by the 9, as we saw in that one incident. So 64 in 3rd, Liberate in 4th, Marsh in 5th. Let's see. So I promised you guys earlier we'd take a ride with our leader for a whole lap. So here we go as he makes that first right-hander. You got a second right-hander right after that. You're barely out of the gas, back in it. A lot of drivers go on the left side of that rumble strip. Here he goes into another right-hander. Pretty quick one there. Then this one's a little bit slower. Really slow. Get to the top of the hill, down the throttle, down the hill. Miss the cones a little bit. Got to brake because you'll get loose there. And then that hard left turn, big braking zone to get on the track. And then we are on the Charlotte Oval. Coming out of what would be turn 2. Down the back straightaway. And then we are coming in the first chicane. Hard braking zone. Left. Quick right. And then back left again. You see how tough that is. And then now you're back entering the oval again. Turn 3. And turn 4. And then as you come out of what would be the oval, you got to brake and hard left turn. And right and left in the second chicane. Cut the grass back to the line. And then here's the heartburn turn. Hard left turn. Back into a almost straight zone. A slight left turn. And straight again. Back into that first right-hander. So that is pretty much a really good way to get around this track. That is, he took the preferred lines for most people. So for those of folks at home that haven't had much practice here, that is how you get around this track. Now, obviously, it's not that simple because, you know, there's a lot of gear shifting involved, and he's making it look really easy. But, you know, he is doing a great job tonight, and looking like he might win this race if he makes no more mistakes. Talking about mistakes, we got Fast Seabass in front of our leader there. He had such a great race going, but he is in danger of going a lap down now. Let's see if we can ride along with another driver. There's another one. WOT Racing in second place. Some damage on his front end. Looked like he actually might have had an issue. I think he might be in third. Let's see if we can bounce around here. Here's T-Glass, 54. Let's see if we can find, because I believe Puzzle Nose has taken the second spot. There he is. Yeah, WOT making his pit stop. We heard over the radio, 11 seconds of damage. Here's OK Sideways, your leader. Has lapped Fast Seabass. There's WOT making his pit stop. He's the first one down pit road. Followed by the 83 of Haskell. Looks like the set 27 of Marsh is down. Those other 2 trucks have expired from the race, but 3 trucks on pit road. So this will be the beginning of green flag pit stops in stage 3. Marshmallow coming off 0-1 with heavy damage. No surprise that he is coming off late. There's a 94 YK. Haven't seen too much of him. Some early mistakes put him a little bit farther in the back. He's a lap down for sure. 54 having a quiet but clean day. 13 Ice Spiller coming on the backstretch. '64 missed his pit box. So he's got to go another lap around, we're hearing. That's unfortunate for him. He had such a good run going. He was in second place after WOT's mistake. And that's just going to give a bigger lead to OK Sideways. Interested to see who will fall into that second spot. Ice Spiller catching some more lap traffic. Passing the 45 at A Hunna. Oh, and there's our leader coming down pit road for his green flag stop. See if as he comes by, if anybody else has made their green flag stop. Pit road looks pretty empty. Looks like YK is down though. 2 trucks on pit road. YK lap down. 07 pitting from the lead. Here's WOT. We'll see where he cycles out with all that damage. He's behind Marshmallow. I believe with the mistake that Puzzle made, Marshmallow is going to be in second place. 01 did have some trouble, but that'll probably put him in third. Let's see. Nope. Looks like the 9 got around him. There we saw the 57 of Arkham a lap down in the frame. Oh, 27 getting a course penalty. That's a free spot for the 01. So that'll move him up, I believe. Yeah, he has cycled out front of Puzzle Nose, who had to make that second attempt at pit road. Will the 64 take that spot back? We will watch this closely. As the 07 truck is really just checked out, and you know, we all hope that he doesn't make a mistake here, because he has been so close to a win so far in this league, and we know he was leading practice all week long, so everybody's definitely cheering for him, as we are everybody else in this field, because this is still anybody's race. One mistake could put anybody in the lead right now. As we see our second and third place truck. Let's see what's going on in the back here, or not back, but farther back. We got 83 of Haskell. And we got the 42 of Seabass there. Let's see where else we got. 54 T-Glass behind those 2 we just mentioned. 13 Ice Spiller. And we just got word that those 2 trucks we showed earlier, WOT and the 64 of Puzzle Nose, are in third and fourth. So Libert in the 9 is actually your second place driver, trying to run down the OK sideways. Oh, as he makes a contact with the wall there. Let's see if we can watch Libert. Let me see if I can check out how many laps we got left from race control. Alright, I just got word we got 6 to go here, coming at the line. Sounds like not many, but for these drivers it can sometimes feel like an eternity just because of how long this track is. It's not very big in area, but because of, you know, all of the weaving in this inner course that you're watching Libert 58 navigate, it is very long. So it takes these drivers about an average of a minute 19, minute 20. Libert having some trouble there, got loose but saves it there. Veteran move, just backing out of it. But yeah, this track takes about a minute 19, minute 20 seconds if you're moving at a pretty good pace to get around. Some drivers a little bit slower than that, minute 21 and 2. But it's very comparable to the length of Canadian Tire, if you guys are familiar with that track. But definitely a lot more turns. Let's see what's going on in the field. 27 of Marshmar there has let's see where he is in relation. Got a lap car behind him. Yeah, it looks like Puzzle Nose has gotten, or not Puzzle, yeah, Puzzle Nose has gotten past him, trying to track down Libert after having to pit there. Looks like a couple of lap cars after them. And there's WOT Racing. Let's see where he is. Coming around the inner course. Ooh, looked like he got a little loose there. Still gathers it up. I believe he's running back in second place again. Or third, actually. Libert is in front of him. Here's Haskell. 83. And I appreciate everybody tuning in today. This is Fast Family Trucks at the Roval. Ooh, 83 getting up on the curb there. Doing some wheel hopping. So, you know, not much competition today for OK Sideways. If he doesn't make any mistakes, he's gonna win this race. For all of the drivers, not drivers, for all of the fans watching at home, I want you to comment on the stream. Who do you think is gonna win Eldora next week? You guys have seen these drivers for several weeks now. Some of you know them by name. I'd like to see what you guys think. Who's gonna win Eldora? Definitely a change of pace on a dirt track. So 83, get a little wide there. Oh, we got one person says, Alex says it doesn't know how to handle sliding or wheel spin. I don't know what it is, but I think he might be referring to the game. Not sure. But we will cycle back up, see if we can find a battle. Got the 54 T-Glass coming through Heartburn turn. Fast Seabass, the 42. I believe he's gone a lap down. Here's Libert. Has caught the 27 of Marshmar. You can see WOT Racing there in the third place. Alex says hi. Hi, Alec. Alec is one of our National Series drivers. Trying to check up on these guys, see how they're doing on a Sunday afternoon, or it's more of evening now. Sunday evening. speaking of the National Series drivers, the National Series drivers will be back in action on Wednesday. They will be going to Daytona. So, two completely different tracks going on this week. Roval for these guys, Daytona for that one. That one's going to be one you don't want to miss. So, tune in Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Daytona. Those guys are excited and frightened. So, let's see. We got some more chat. So, M1 Motorsports says Texas Turn 4 and road courses. Yeah, those are definitely two examples of where you get a lot of people getting loose off turns, so for sure. And Alex says Homestead Turn 2 as well, absolutely. C. Kirsch says Go Generations Motorsports. So he's referring to T-Glass, Haskell, and Ice Spiller. Yeah, those guys are doing a great job tonight. Haskell's been up there in the top 5 and top 10 all night. T-Glass, solid run today. Ice Spiller struggling a little bit from what he normally does, but he's definitely got a points cushion. So those guys all doing a great job. And Alex says, so we have our first Eldora prediction. He says Slide Job's going to win if he's racing. Well, I am racing, Alec, and I did win last season, so I'm hoping to repeat. We'll see, but I appreciate the pick. If anybody else in the audience wants to let me know who you think's going to win Eldora, let us know. We'd like to see what you think. We're riding aboard Marshmallow right now, trying to track down Puzzle Nose, who is sitting in the 4th position. Marshmallow in the 5th. That'll round out your top 5. Here's Puzzle Nose. Let's go back up to your leader. Okay, sideways. Oh, it's Chris. Yes, C. Kirsch. Chris is in the house. He unfortunately had an engine malfunction in the 2nd stage. It's unfortunate for you, but the rest of your team is doing really well, so we are glad you're still here cheering them on. Ooh, okay, Sire's getting on the apron there. Not apron, but the rumble strip, as he's trying to track down and lap that 42 truck. Here's WOT Racing in that 3rd spot, trying to track down Libert in the 9. A little bit of damage in the front of his truck. I'm probably sure that's repaired from the first time he got damaged. That's the only thing about Heat 4 as far as damage is concerned, is it doesn't reset unless it's a stage, even if it was repaired. Taking that a little wide. And yeah, we got Team Marsh in the house. M1 is his teammate. M1 is a National Series driver, Marsh a truck driver, but those two definitely working together. Good to see Team Marsh out there. Here's a battle for you. Haskell trying to get around, I believe that's a 13 of Ice Spiller. It is. He gets around him. Now, let's see what we got going on. There's YK. He's a lap down. Looks like we got something brewing over here. We got the 54 truck of T-Glass battling with, oh, there's the leader. So the 54 truck is in danger of going a lap down, as the 42 just was. 07. Oh, and the 54 goes around. I don't know if he got help there by the leader, but he spun him, or it looked like he spun him. I don't know, but 54, if that was contact, I'm sure he's not happy about that. But sometimes when you got a race going like the leader does right now, you know, you just want to get going. You know, he's pretty much ran a perfect race, pretty much, except maybe the first corner, the first lap. Other than that, pretty solid. Here's Libert. So Libert is in, or getting onto the oval, and the leader is actually, let's see if we can find him. He's actually at the line right now, so big gap between them. And we got another person checking in. We got Slushy. checking in saying he's going to win Eldora. So, very interesting. We're going to see you next Sunday, Slushy, at Eldora. We'll see what you can do. Bring it on. And I believe, actually, my apologies, but I believe the race is over. So, OK Sideways is your winner. That 07 truck dominated the entire race, won all 3 stages. 0-1 coming to the line now. That's how much of a gap he had there. He goes in second. Actually in third. Libert in second. 0-1 of WOT in third. Puzzle Nose in fourth. Let's see who was fifth. I believe it would have been Marshmallow. Yeah, I believe Marshmallow will be your 5th place driver. There's our pace truck. So, nice job by everybody. We appreciate everybody coming out. Oh, Chris says, as I pulled back into the pits with a blown engine, his crew chief said, looks like we actually needed that bolt we found on the ground. Uh-oh. So, everybody is, everybody make sure next week to have all your bolts on your truck, because you could be exactly what happened to Chris tonight. But he is our points leader, so he's got the biggest cushion of anybody for something to happen like this, so not bad. We'll see if he holds on to the points lead. Unlikely, but we shall see. And we'll be right back, folks, with driver interviews in a few minutes here, maybe a minute or two. And we'll get to talk to our winner and a few of the drivers. Alright, let's see if we can get some of our drivers in here. Bear with us. Alright, I think I got everybody in there. So as we wait for our drivers to load in, we will get interviews shortly. M1 said his team failed inspection. Yeah, the 27 had to start at the back for sure, so gotta make sure that truck has all the bolts and passes inspection. Alright. Let's see if I can get maybe the final results. Probably not. If not, we'll just go through the field. Pretty much know where everybody is.
Discord, on the Discord.
Oh no, we did get the results. Very nice. Yeah. Thank you, Bart. Alright. We are going to start.
Holy shit, there's 2 of me. Sorry.
Make sure everybody to include your audio, please. Let's talk to our first truck of the day. We're gonna talk to YK. So YK, you looked like you had a strong truck at first stage, and then just mistakes were made throughout the race, and you just missed the top 10 with an 11th place finish today. So tell us how your day went.
I mean, I'll say what everybody else is thinking. Road courses suck. Yeah, there's a lot of spots to make mistakes, and I definitely took advantage of every one of them to make sure I didn't miss a spot to make a mistake. Yeah, I got ran over in the first stage, and so that stage was just kind of fighting my way back, and I didn't have the truck to. I think I finished higher than I should have, anyways. But yeah, I didn't have the truck or the talent today.
Absolutely, definitely being a tough track for a lot of people. So, good way to keep it together and come home with 11th place. So, nice job.
Thanks.
All right. Now we're going to talk to Ark, who, for the first time ever, got a top 10. So, you not only grabbed your first 2 stage points of the season, but you finished 10th at arguably the toughest track on the schedule. How does that feel?
It feels absolutely great. You know, these guys, they race every week. They do a good job. And for me to come away with a top 10 at a track that's really hard, like the Roval, you know, that's an honor. Not only that, grab 2 stage points. That will help me in the points standings. So, you know, tonight was a good night for us. I definitely did better than I anticipated. I think I ran over a few guys, but that is what's to be expected at a road course. Sometimes you gotta brake a little bit before the truck ahead of you. But you know, besides that, tonight was a great night, and I can't wait for next week.
Absolutely. And we have one more question for you. So I'm sure the fans, as well as me included, want to know, you came up with a top 10, but boy, we were a little worried there on the third stage restart. We saw you sideways on the first
Yeah.
lap. So what was that all about?
I'm not quite sure what happened there. I saw the 2 trucks in front of me. I think they spun around as well, so I don't know if we just all locked up our brakes and tried to get through there and we ended up spinning and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but whatever the case was, it was a fun ride, but you know, it paid. It paid for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was definitely a wild race, very entertaining. So nice job on the top 10. All right. We are going to talk to ninth place T-Glass. So T-Glass, you obviously came into this weekend, not needing a win because you were already in the playoffs and, you just wanted to run a conservative day. We interviewed you before the race and you said you just wanted to show up and get as many points as you can. So, but you came home with a ninth place finish, so not too bad. Tell us how it went.
I was basically just trying to survive all day. I was definitely not the fastest, and I hate the Roval so much. I can't wait to go back to ovals. But we actually survived, stayed on the lead lap for almost the entire race until a couple laps to go, where Sideways was up like 40 seconds on everyone, and he just lapped me. He was the only one to lap me all day, but pretty good day to stay on the lead lap most of the day.
Absolutely. Well, you definitely did a great job just managing your race and doing a great job. So, nice job. All right. Let's see. Who is next? So, next we have Fast Seabass coming home in 8th place. So, Fast Seabass, you had a strong truck today. We saw you running up in the top 5, stage 1 and 2, and the beginning of 3. You were on rails. I think you even finished 2nd place in stage 2, so you had a fantastic race today, and then it seemed like it all fell apart at the end. But you did come home with an 8th place finish, so nice job for you, but definitely a better day for that truck. Tell us how it happened.
Well, my goal in here, I understand the speed guys don't like points away from this track, and I used strategy, kind of drove relaxed for the first 2 stages. And I guess I tried to win it on the 3rd stage, and that cost me the race because I cut corners, got penalties, spun, overdrove the truck, just like everything that I could do wrong on the 3rd stage I did. Everything I didn't do wrong on the first 2 stages, I did all in the last stage. So I still feel
That'll
like I got
do
a
it.
good points today, so I'll be...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got stage points, good stage points in both 2 stages. And yeah, sometimes you put that possibility of a win in front of you, and it's very easy to make mistakes. So,
Yeah.
But fantastic day for you. Probably a career best so far, not in finish, but in overall day for you. So congratulations on that, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. I'll be here.
No problem. All right, moving on. Next we have Haskell the Rascal, 6th place today. You were another one. Top 5, top 7 all day long. Had a fantastic truck. Fell off a little bit there in the 3rd stage with a few mistakes. But you came home on the lead lap. 6th place, just missed the top 5. What could you have done to stay in the top 5, and how'd your day go?
Well, yeah, I think cutting out the mental errors for sure would have helped. You know, the goal going in was a top 5, qualified 4th, so overall I think I did okay. I know I cost myself some errors this week for sure, but fought back. I think I finished second stage, so that was huge for me, so stick around trying to catch up with Sideways next week.
Fantastic. Well, you definitely had a great day today. And we will see great things from you next week. All right, moving on. Next we have Marshmallow. So 5th place today. Strong run for you. You maintained top 5 all day long. A few mistakes there towards the end dropped you back to 5th, but top 5, the toughest track on the schedule, is nothing to laugh at. So tell us how your day went.
Yeah, I coming in, Roval definitely wouldn't be my strong suit, so the goal was to just, get as many points as possible. I knew it wasn't really going to be up in contention for the lead, and, failing pre-race inspection didn't, help at the beginning, but I was able to get up there before the first stage and then before the second stage, and overall I just finished 5th, so a good points day overall. And I just want to thank Justin and M1 Sports for being my spotter for the night, and other than that, not a bad race.
Yeah, absolutely. You had some fans in the audience watching you, so nice job.
Appreciate it.
I want to thank my
All
spotter
right.
too. Can I thank my spotter, Nilla?
Oh yeah, who was your spotter?
Nilla.
Oh, Nilla was spotting for you.
Yeah.
Nice job. Yeah. Yeah, we had some guys out in the audience with you too, so they were watching you closely. So nice job. All right, we are gonna move on to WOT Racing. So we did announce on the broadcast that you wanted to start part-time, but you are now full-time in the truck series, and here you come to the Roval and finish 3rd. It looked like you may have had the 2nd best truck out there. It was just the consistency that killed you. But 3rd place is a great place to finish as far as points go, so tell us how it went.
Yeah, it was pretty standard race. Just tried to stay out of trouble and find myself, when things cleared out after the restarts, found myself in the top 3. A couple times, running 2nd. I had nothing for Sideways, absolutely nothing for him, but I felt pretty confident that I had a 2nd. And then the last stage, running cleaner and faster than I had the whole race, and hit one of the curbs just a little awkwardly, and it just snapped around, and I hit the wall pretty hard, so that ruined my 2nd place run. And then was in 3rd and was chasing down 2nd again, and then had contact with another guy, and that cost me. So yeah, I feel like I've been close to the 3 races I've been in. I got second, 3rd. So definitely I keep showing up more than I expected because I just want to get a win. Keep getting so close, and yeah, just another good solid race.
Well, that is definitely why we keep coming back, always chasing wins. And you, sir, are definitely going to get one very soon with your consistent finishes. So we've all been there. So hopefully next week is your week. We will see you next week at Eldora.
Alrighty.
All right. Next, we have our winner. So, okay, Sideways, man. We were watching you. He's eating pizza in Victory Lane. How about that? But yeah, you definitely dominated last week and just came up short at Iowa, or not Iowa, sorry.
Shake my head.
But anyway, what's that?
Shake my head. You don't even know Phoenix.
Oh yeah, Phoenix. That's right.
Phoenix.
Too many races. But yeah, you came up just short at Phoenix there on fuel strategy, and I know after talking to you at the end of the race, you were pretty bummed, and you definitely wanted to come back and get a win. And you said Charlotte Roval was one of your strongest tracks, and you were fastest in practice, and you came here and you dominated. You won all the stages and the race. So how does it feel to finally get a win?
The feeling is ecstatic, you know. Big bummer after Phoenix, but coming back here and taking the stage wins and winning that race was hoping because surprised people didn't save fuel because they definitely could have saved easily, like 5 laps of fuel. So that was a big bummer. So my plan was just to get as far as ahead as I could, so I didn't get past in the pit lane, you know. And we made that work with Puzzle making that costly pantry mistake, and it just worked out in our favor.
Well, nice job. So question is did last week's debacle really motivate you to try even harder this week?
I always had the motivation coming to Charlotte. Um, it's such a fun track to race at. Um, Phoenix definitely helped a bit, but you know, it wasn't a big over the factor that I was gonna come over here and try and push my hardest, but still helped the factor.
Absolutely. So you will join T-Glass in the playoffs. We'll see who your other 10 contenders are. But fantastic job today. And last question is, how does it feel to be the first Canadian winner in Fast Family Racing? So you're not only representing yourself and your team, but an entire country.
You know, it's a big honor. Um, Happy to come out here and win for just yeah, just win. You know, being the only Canadian to win in Fast Family, big honor.
Well, fantastic job to you. Congratulations. And we can't wait to see you next week and in the playoffs. So for those of you at home, just another reminder, next week the trucks will be going to Eldora Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern. And if you're looking for more action, don't worry. It's right around the corner on Wednesday. The National Series will be back at Daytona. Definitely don't want to miss that one. The first plate track for them. The trucks already went to Talladega. This time, National Series at Daytona, 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Don't want to miss it. From Mr. Sidejob 1996, this was Fast Family Racing Trucks at the Charlotte Roval. We will see you